welcome back. My name is Sandcrawler, or Ythmevge, and we're playing some more Trove. So today we're actually going to start this as a new series. This is going to be 15 minutes of Trove. Episode 1. It's basically just a continuation of what I have been doing. But I wanted to be able to split this series up into smaller chunks. Now that we're into level 12 and up, it's gonna take more than, 40 minutes to get a level. It takes a while. So, let's get our cornerstone out here. We're still going with the snowman. Someday I'll take it down. Someday. So we'll get in here and we're just gonna go off and find some dungeons. I keep forgetting that the ocean changed. So I did get an email about a pet added that's from Rift. But I don't know. Let's jump up here and look real quick. Mount. I might have to do some more research on that. I don't even remember what it's called. This has gotten quite a few tabs from when we started. Let's check in the store too. Mounts. Yeah, I'll have to look into that some more. I didn't do very much research. I just got an email about it yesterday, I believe, at work. Which, that has been interesting to have a YouTube channel going into work. I mean, it is only part-time, so I probably shouldn't complain. So I'm sure there's people who are full-time, working full-time and do YouTube. But it's interesting because I work on chainsaws and weed eaters and all of that sort of stuff. Anything mechanical. Then I come home and I do computer stuff. All while also doing, I'm helping out with the museum, a local museum that's getting started. And that's getting to be really interesting up there and exciting to work on. Because it's been a goal of the historical society that I'm helping. It's been a goal of theirs to have a museum for a lot of years now. Since at least the 80s is what I've read in one of the articles. So it's been a planned goal since the 80s, and here in 2015 we're finally going to open it. It's going to open here in June, and yeah, we're going to have 3 exhibitions that I've planned out for them. And then it'll close end of September or early October. and that's when we'll start working on the next year's exhibition plan. So when I came into it, they didn't really have a exhibition plan or anything, and so it's been really interesting to get to work on that, coming up with an exhibition plan, and then, you know, figuring out what's in the collection to put on exhibition too, because you can't plan an exhibition around stuff that you wish you had. It has to be around stuff that you actually have. It's a fair sized collection. Of course, you'd always like for it to be bigger. Surprisingly, we don't have a lot of photographs, which I figured we would have a lot more photographs than we do. Oh man, I wasted my ult again. I don't know if I can beat this guy. I gotta get my... Oh, he de-aggroed. And my ping's going out of control. I also noticed that I forgot to refill my flask from last time. Okay, we beat him. So yeah, it's been really interesting working on the museum project. I never really thought I would at this, you know, this early after getting out of school. Because really there's not a lot of museums around here, and to find one that's just in the process of opening, you know, early in the process of opening. Like basically when I came in, they had a space, they had a room that is for the most part finished. We're gonna be doing a few little things in there, nothing too big. One is probably the biggest is gonna be a temporary wall or an interior wall, but it's not gonna be, you know, a big thing really, because we're building it pretty much thin and light so that it can be taken down really easily. I hate this ranged guy. Okay. I see a cornerstone right over here. We'll refill our flasks. So basically up there I'm taking on the curator role, which I never expected until after I finished a master's program. I'm also working on some books that they're gonna publish and sell in their little museum store there. Mostly it's just oh, you can run over the resources now. That's cool. Mostly it's just books that were done in from about 62 up until about 76 is the newest one. And they were just little handmade books that they assembled and put in those little file folder things. Well, they're not quite the file folders, but like what you would use for like a report cover. There's a teleporter. So they look okay, but they're not, they were never really finished in bound books. But they were good for the time, because they didn't have the self-publishing ability that we do now. Like now you can go through, you know, Book Patch or Blurb, and you can make a really good looking book. And through Book Patch, a black and white book of, you know, 40 some odd pages is $5. And, you know, it's perfect bound, so it has a real book binding to it. So that's one of my projects up there. The other is I'll be framing and matting pretty much everything, which is easy enough for me. I did a lot of that in school. We had to frame and mat, especially in photography class. Pretty much everything got framed and matted. What a cheater. Like I had jumped up. And I have local high school is making us a bunch of frames. They're gonna be just your simple wooden frames, and we're gonna paint them black. They'll have about a 1-inch. They're made out of 1x2, so they'll have a 1-inch border around the edge. We have various sizes. Kill this guy eventually. I'm still getting used to the change that they made like a month ago with the mana regen not happening while you're jumping. Let's go over to this one, and this will probably be about our last one. We're at about the 1430 mark right now. Only been in this one like once. I don't see where to go. And then these guys were annoying me. There's the portal. Okay. Oh, really? Am I doing it? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna call this an episode. So this is gonna be the first episode of the 15 Minutes of Trove series, which is really just a continuation of my past Trove series, and it'll probably end up in the same playlist, because that's seems to be how I'm rolling with Trove. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.